Good afternoon. This is cause number 2020-76928. In the interest of Elizabeth Rodriguez, please raise your right hand to be sworn, ma'am. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Karen Isabel Rodriguez, and I am the mother of Lisa Rodriguez.
All right. And for the state?
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Omar Acosta, was personally served on December 14th, 2020 at 2:06 p.m. He's not filed an answer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll proceed by default then.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would like to call Karen Rodriguez.
All right.
Miss Rodriguez, what is your full name?
Isabel Rodriguez.
Who is Lizeth Rodriguez?
She's my daughter.
What is her birth date?
September 17, 2019.
How old is she?
She's 1 year old.
Who is her father?
Omar Acosta.
Were you having sexual relations with anyone else during the time Elizabeth was conceived?
No.
Were you married at the time Elizabeth was conceived?
No.
Is there a possibility that anyone else could be her father?
No.
When did you inform Mr. Acosta that he was going to be a father?
The same day I found out I was pregnant.
Okay. Are you requesting that this court establish a parent-child relationship between Lizbeth and Omar Acosta?
No. You could do it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you that again. Are you requesting that this court establish a parent-child relationship between Lizeth and Omar?
As a DNA test?
You understand
No.
that? Do you understand the question, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Are you asking the court to find that Omar Costa is the father of Elizabeth Rodriguez?
Yeah, that is her father.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Who makes the day-to-day decisions about Lizbeth?
It's me.
Okay. And how much input into those decisions, if any, does Mr. Acosta have?
None. He's not involved in her life.
Okay. But you're requesting that this court appoint both you and Mr. Acosta as joint managing conservators of Lizbeth, with you being the person to determine the primary residence within Harris and contiguous counties.
Yeah.
And since Lizeth has been born, how much financial assistance has Mr. Acosta provided you?
No, since I found out I was pregnant, he hasn't helped me financially.
Okay. And since Lizbeth has been born, how many overnight visits has he had with her?
None.
And what are your safety concerns with him having overnight visits at this time?
Well, he does have an alcohol problem. I really don't trust him once he's drunk. He does have anger issues. He's really violent. He has a tendency of drinking, getting violent and he starts hitting stuff.
Okay, so that's why you're requesting that Mr. Acosta have a modified possession schedule with the first 36 periods of possession to be supervised by your mother, Consuelo Rodriguez, at her residence, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then after those 36 supervised, after those first supervised visits, then he will have a standard possession order, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that's in the best interest of your child, correct?
Yes, I just don't want her to have any psychological problems because I know she has separation anxiety.
Okay. And how is your daughter currently covered on health insurance?
She's on Medicaid.
Okay, so you're requesting that this court order cash medical support in the amount of $37 per month beginning on April 1st, 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and also, how many other children does Mr. Acosta have?
I believe he has 2 other kids.
Okay. And have you how and do you know where Mr. Acosta works?
No.
Have you ever known him to have a job?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. And you're asking that the child support be set at $176 per month, giving him credit for those 2 children, and it's based on the minimum wage presumption, and it's to begin April 1st of 2021, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also asking this court to take a retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $3,344 for the time period of September 17th, 2019 until today to be paid back at $69 per month, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that's in the best interest of your child, correct?
Yes, I do.
And what concerns do you have about your address or phone number being listed in this order?
Like I said, I don't want him for one day to be drinking and for him to come show up and cause problems.
Do you fear that if he had access to your phone number and your address, that undue harm or harassment could come to you or your child?
Yes.
And you're also requesting that he be responsible for 50% of all uncovered medical expenses, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're requesting that the court grant the non-disclosure of information in regards to your address, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking this court to order Mr. Acosta to pay all court costs as billed, due and owing by due and owing by May 29th, 2021, correct?
Yes.
And you believe that you're also asking this court to grant the default judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe this is in the best interest of your child, correct?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, since you've already signed your